Welcome to Preston Station, the heart of the Blackpool Branches, Preston, Blackpool and Ormskirk route. Situated on the West Coast Main Line, halfway between the stations at London Euston and Glasgow Central, it's a vital link for passengers travelling to the famous and popular seaside holiday destination of Blackpool, as well as other parts of the country. Looks like there's a missing route map over there. Let's head over to it and fix it whilst you're here. There are a lot more tasks across the route, so be sure to find and replace the missing route maps and enjoy eating the gingerbread. Ormskirk is famous for gingerbread. Fix the broken signs, collect the golf bags and have fun with building sandcastles. Take a seat anywhere you like. Our journey begins at Preston, which opened in 1838, as part of the key West Coast Main Line from London to Glasgow. It forms a central pivot point for the route and is an important interchange for trains throughout the North West England. It provides connections from places such as Cole and Ormskirk to trunk services to Glasgow and London, among others. Services from Preston to York are also a regular feature. However, the bulk services leaving the station head to Manchester via Bolton. Blackpool once had three stations: Blackpool North, Central and South. Blackpool Central was closed in 1964, however the North and South stations still exist for you to explore. Formerly known as Blackpool Talbot Road, Blackpool North is now the main terminating station in the town. This station once comprised of 16 platforms but was cut down to 8 when the original station building was demolished and relocated to its current location. Blackpool South, formerly known as Waterloo Road, was made the sole terminus of the southern end of the town when Central Station closed in 1964. This train is the British Rail Class 142 diesel mechanical multiple unit in the Provincial Blue livery. The Class 142, known as the Pacer, was introduced between 1985 and 1987, with 96 units built. The unit was designed to keep its costs as low as possible to develop and uses a road bus design as its model. The Pacer has no bogies and has axles bolted directly to its chassis, which can result in some defining ride characteristics. Alongside the Class 142, you will also be able to drive the BR Class 47 Diesel Locomotive and the BR Class 08 Diesel Shunting. These locomotives will provide you with a wide variety of experiences, meaning you can drive all kinds of services encompassing passenger, freight and parcel trains. Set the pace and enjoy the journey through the wide variety of changing scenery of local travel in Train World. You can drive to the famous seaside resort of Blackpool, head south via some beautiful countryside to Ormskirk, or go on the freight-only branch to Bernays. Look out for many landmarks along the way, such as the world-famous Blackpool Tower, the Blackpool Pleasure Beach, or even the Church of St Walburg's in Preston. Heading south, look for the Ribble Viaduct and Amescombe Mill. Across the route, you will see characterful signal boxes and distinctive stations. Welcome to Blackpool Branches. Let the fun begin. Welcome to this Class 142 diesel mechanical multiple unit in British Rail Provincial Blue livery. This brief introduction will cover basic controls, stopping and passenger boarding. A lot of time will be spent in the cab, so climb aboard to get started. Before climbing on board, you will need to open the door via the external hatch. Start off by inserting the door key. Now you can open the hatch. This will give you access to the buttons which are located behind. Now you can press the open door button. This will release the doors. Before boarding the Class 142, you will need to close the hatch. Insert the door key to lock the panel. Enter the Class 142 and activate the guard's door panel by inserting the key and switching it to the on position. Now that you have activated the guard's panel, you will need to open the hatch above the door. This will give you access to the controls. Press the close button to shut the doors. Now that the doors are closed, you can shut the hatch. Finally, you will need to reinsert the key to deactivate the guard's panel. When ready, sit in the driver's seat. The master key is used to activate the control desk. Marker lights are used to inform others around you that this train is active. Give a quick glance at the platform to ensure all is safe, then unlock the doors. Boarding is now complete. Set the doors to locked. Use the reverser to set the direction of travel. Release the West Code 3-step braking system and apply power. Let's stop at the next station. The key aspect is to make a gentle and controlled approach. Stopping a train in the right place is the greatest skill of a train driver. It may take a few attempts to get it right. Depending on the speed of the train, begin braking between 1.5 and 1 mile from the station. Aim to be doing no more than 25 miles per hour when the train reaches the platform. Then come to a stop anywhere alongside. Give a quick glance at the platform to ensure all is safe, then unlock the doors. Boarding is now complete. Set the doors to locked. Continue along the circuit and practice the next stop before completing this training module. Well done. This completes the basics of driving the Class 142. Welcome to the Class 47 locomotive in BR Corporate Blue livery. This brief introduction will go through start-up, stopping and passenger door operations. A lot of time will be spent in the locomotive cab, so climb aboard to get started. To get the locomotive started, set the battery isolation switch. Sit in the driver's seat to get started. The master key is used to activate the control desk. Move the reverser into the engine-only position. The locomotive is now ready to be started. Use the straight air brake to hold the locomotive during the start-up procedure. Release the brakes to allow the system to charge. Use the reverser to set the direction of travel. High intensity headlights and markers are used to inform others around that this locomotive is active. Almost ready. Release the remaining brakes, the parking brake and straight air brake. Increase the throttle to start moving. Do not apply too much power too quickly. It's important to provide a smooth ride for passengers. Now let's try stopping at a station and boarding passengers. The key aspect is to make a gentle, controlled approach. Train in the right place is a skill that takes years of practice. It might take a few attempts to get it right. Depending on the speed of the train, begin braking between 1 and 1.5 miles from the platform. Give a quick glance at the platform to ensure all is safe, then unlock the doors. Good work. You have covered the basics of driving a Class 47 diesel locomotive. Welcome to this Class 08 diesel electric shunting locomotive in BR Corporate Blue livery. This brief introduction will go through the start and stop procedures. Before entering the locomotive, the battery isolation switches need setting. Start with the left side. As with the left battery isolation switch, set the right side. Enter the cab and continue preparations. Active lights are important to let others around know that this locomotive is operational. A lot of time will be spent driving, so take a seat to continue. Go ahead and start the locomotive. Now that the engine is running, the master switch needs to be set. The main reservoir will take a moment to charge. This can be observed by watching the brake dials. To ensure that nothing moves while preparations continue, adjust the locomotive brake accordingly. The locomotive brake is holding the train, so the rest of the brakes can be released. Track alignment plays a large role when manoeuvring around a yard. Head out on foot and adjust the indicated junction as required. The path is now set. Head back to the cab and continue preparations. The reverser is used to set the direction of travel. It's time to move. Set the locomotive brake as indicated. Increase the throttle to start moving. Do not apply too much power too quickly. With the locomotive now moving, it's possible to apply more power and focus on achieving the desired speed. Coasting is a method used to efficiently maintain a constant speed and reduce engine stress and maintenance requirements. Make use of the brakes and throttle controls to manage the train and prevent overspeeding. approaching the stop marker, apply a small amount of brake force to achieve a comfortable stop. Good work. That concludes all the basics of this locomotive.